Hi, hello, and welcome to today's video, and this one is an exciting one because we have Halo Infinite gameplay. We were invited through the Halo Insider program to do the test flight for the tech preview that was going on this weekend. It was 4v4 Slayer against bots, except for a 2-hour window where they had it to where you could do the social Slayer and play against people. I only got one match in against people. That's not the match you're going to watch here because I was messing with some settings and stuff like that. So this one is against the Spartan level bots, which is I guess the highest level of bots they have. That's the gameplay you're going to be watching right now. So I'm going to just give some of my initial thoughts, impressions. I don't have a script for this. This is just a tech preview, not a beta. So I'm not going to be going in depth on like every little issue, like server or graphical or whatever that popped up, because a lot of this stuff has already been cataloged and they're going to be working on it. And I really didn't run into that many issues. I'm sure some other people ran into more issues than me. I'll talk about the few struggles that I had towards the end of the video. But the bulk of this video is just going to be me talking about gameplay, how it feels, and being a Halo fan since, you know, the first days of Halo. Halo 1 was like the awakening of my gaming experience when I was a kid. So I love the franchise. Even through its low points, I've still loved Halo, and I'm very excited about Halo Infinite. And I think with this tech preview, we've got something special here. So I'm going to chill for a second, and then we'll get into talking about that. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have a TikTok. I stream on Twitch, so you can follow the TikTok, follow me on Twitch, follow me here, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do. If you care, you'll find a way. I just have to say it because if I don't know, I feel like I'm missing out on an opportunity. But with that out of the way, hopefully it didn't take up too much of your time. Let's just get into talking about how Halo feels and if we're on the right track. And the short of it is, yes, I think we are. So I guess I'll start by talking about the thing that could be the most controversial, or is usually the most controversial when it comes to Halo games as of late, and that is the movement. So in one camp you have the people die-hard Halo 3 or bust crowd who, if it doesn't play like Halo 3, they don't want it. You have the newer generation, or people coming in who thought 4 and 5 were good. They liked the more fast-paced movement. It felt more modern to them. I'm somewhere in between. I think that's why I like this game a lot. I obviously have a lot of nostalgia and love for Halo 3, but even going back and playing it, I can agree that it is slower. That was by design, obviously. I put a lot of emphasis on, gun skill and things like that and positioning, but it just feels really slow trying to spawn and then get back into the action. So on the other hand, for Halo 4 and 5, I liked the updated movement, but it felt like mastering movement started to outweigh your gun skill and things like that, because you got to get out of jail free card with your dash. So if you just jumped unnecessarily in like Halo 3, you'd probably die because of it. And the later Halo games, you could just jetpack dash out of the way and you wouldn't be as punished for being careless with your movement as you would in other games. I think this game strikes a really nice balance. The movement, if you're just running around, sliding around corners willy-nilly without any thought or care in the world, and you get caught out, you're still gonna be punished for that because of how long animations and things are, but you don't have a get out of jail free card with your dash. What it does help you do is move around the map and helps the flow of the game feel faster. So spawning in and then going to fight over power positions or power weapons or getting in better spots and things like that, it helps ramp up the speed in that aspect of the game, which I think is good. It leads to like less downtime and you can get into fights quicker, as long as you're smart with it. If you're not smart with it, you'll get caught out. But once you get into an actual fight with somebody, you don't have like an oh shit get out of jail free card like you used to before in like 4 and 5. So you have to win your gunfights, and that's where I think we go back to like the Halo 3 days and stuff like that, where it really focuses on winning your gunfights. And I think that's important, and it feels like they really nailed it, at least to me. It's going to be some people, they're still going to be like, well, there's a sprint and a slide. It's not Halo to me. I don't want it. To that, I mean, the game has to change. It has to get better. It has to evolve. And I think we're on the right track, because I think we blend both of them very, very well. The guns all feel really good, too. The AR pistol combo that you start off with every round feels really good. The pistol feels strong, but it's not overpowered like the Halo 1 pistol, but it's better than the Halo 2 pistol. So you can still kill somebody with it, but shooting them with the AR, then switching over to the pistol, so those kind of like weapon combinations are still here, which feels really good. The grenades obviously have been a big part of Halo since the beginning. Grenades feel great, bouncing them off of walls and things like that. The map design, I think, really helps lend to this gameplay style. They seem to have really nailed it. When you do 4v4 arena shooters, I think map design is very important for getting people in the action, but not having you just be destroyed every time you spawn. And I think they did a really good job here with the map design so far. We haven't got to play all the maps, but the ones we got to play, I enjoyed a lot, actually. Another thing that surprised me and stood out to me that I really loved was the sound design and the way the guns sound. All sound really good and have a lot of like weight and impact to them. I feel like in some of the other Halo games, the weapon sounds haven't lended much to like the impact of the gun, and they just kind of felt meh. Here, everything feels really impactful, which is nice. The sniper rifle sounds absolutely disgusting in the best way possible, and I love it. But, you know, if you hear that thing go off and you know the enemy team has it, it's terrifying because it sounds absolutely terrifying.
This is, without question, my favorite weapon.
Once I noticed it and like once I heard it, I was like, yeah, we need to keep going with this. We need to keep this sound design going. So all in all, that's kind of the bread and butter of the combat, and everything feels good. I don't feel like we're getting, it doesn't feel like Call of Duty. You know, I think that's what some people with 4 and 5, they felt we were going in a direction way too much like Call of Duty, way too fast paced, you die really fast, yada yada. And this game, you're fast enough to move and get into fights and engagements quickly, but the combat is that kind of slower, methodical Halo feel. More strategic, I guess you could say, than it would be in like a Call of Duty. So I think we've got that Halo 3 individual fights down, and then the better movement and things like that. And then stuff like the grapple hook, I was worried about that going in, but it is a utility you pick up and you get 3 uses, and it feels just like a power item you play around. Like the overshield or invisibility or anything like that. It just feels like one of those items, and I think it works really well. I had a lot of fun actually with the grapple hook. I'm glad it's not something you always have, though. I like it to be kind of a resource that you have to get, and then once you get it, you feel like you can really make an impact, and I think that's important, and I think they implemented it really well. Some other little things about the game: it's going to be free to play, so there is a battle pass, there is a cash shop. All of what we saw was cosmetic wise, and I think it's going to stay cosmetic wise. I really don't see them offering anything that would give you any form of like a performance boost. So it's going to be a free to play game. Don't have any complaints about that. I understand. I'm happy it's free to play. Everybody gets to play it, so they're going to have those things in there. Customization is reminiscent of like Halo Reach. You can customize helmet, visor color, arms, legs, shoulder pads, knee pads. You can have prosthetics arms, prosthetic legs. The whole 9 yards. The customization seems great. I'm really glad that they put that in Reach, and I've always loved customizing my Spartan in every game, and it looks like it's being implemented well, so I have no complaints there. The things I do have complaints on, though, are just a few things that I guess are more specific to my case. One, I play on an ultra wide monitor, so they only give you the option to either go borderless full screen or then do certain window sizes. So I was playing in a window size of 2560 by 1440 or whatever, the 1440p window size, but it's not even a borderless window, it's just an actual window. So if we could get some more display options, or even like a true full screen option or something along those lines, I'm sure that's stuff that can be added. It's just stuff I would like to see. Also, I have a 3080 and I was having to run things on medium, a few things on high, and then some things on low, a mix match. But majority of the stuff was on medium to get like 60 frames consistently. And so I would like to see some optimization there, because whenever I put the game on ultra and played it, I was getting like 40 to like maybe even like sub 40 frames. It wasn't great, but the game looked fantastic. So I would love to be able to play at the higher settings with a more stable frame rate. When it comes to Halo, maybe like for the campaign, I'll bump some stuff up more because I won't care about the frame rate as much. But when it comes to the multiplayer aspect, It's unfortunate that I have to dumb things down just to get the better frame rate. It's a tech preview. I have confidence that they'll be able to work out some optimization issues, and that's something we'll be able to tell farther along down the line. So I'm not too worried about it now, but that was just my experience while I was playing it. All the other little bugs and things like that, a lot of stuff was outlined in their FAQ for like already known issues and things like that. So I really didn't run into a lot of problems besides the one crash that I had, and that was it. So all in all, I think this is a really good step forward for Halo, and I think we're on the right track. I think a lot of people are going to like it. I think a lot of old Halo fans are going to love it. I think new players and like the younger generation are going to love it as well. I'm sure you'll still get those like diehards who, since it has sprint, they're like, oh, I don't want it or anything like that. But I think if you have an open mind and you just love Halo and you want to play another Halo game, this has the Halo feel to it. Just for modern times, and I think it's a really good step in the right direction so far. But with that said, that's kind of like my first impressions. If there's enough interest, I can make another video. I have enough footage to put something together, maybe answer some questions if anybody has questions or not, and kind of go from there. But with the tech preview closing, I'm going to be going back to playing some Final Fantasy 14, and then also probably be playing Splitgate. I tried a few games last night and I was having a really good time after playing Infinite. I'm kind of in the mood for like a arena shooter, and Splitgate's the new hot one right now, and I was doing pretty good in it. And they got SWAT, so you'll probably see me doing that as well. So if you're interested in either of those things or whatever, you can catch me on Twitch. If I get any good clips, they'll be going up on TikTok. They'll be going up on YouTube Shorts as well. I also have an Instagram, but I don't use that one as much. But I do put the clips up there too. But it's kind of the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, that's enough shilling. Halo Infinite, good. I like it. We're on the right track. And I still don't have an intro. I probably never will. So until the next one, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. Peace.